And y'all already know what time
Yo,
it is. We have, I think, TikTok's biggest content creator when it comes to, the whole, you know, navigating the world with women. He's right here, all the way from Florida. Give it up for kingdreism, baby. Hey, what's up?
yo, I like that introduction, bro.
Hey, I got you, man. I got you. I gotta do it right, brother. I gotta do it right. So curious, how long have you been on the platform of TikTok for?
TikTok, as far as TikTok go, I started in maybe November, like right before Thanksgiving.
So you've been on the app maybe 5, 6 months, and you're already at
Let's say
almost 400.
November, yeah, pretty much about 4 or 5 months, bro. The end of November.
And went from zero to what? What are you at now, followers wise?
370,000.
Isn't that
Great.
crazy, bro? Like TikTok has been able to, like, for example, like, what's your subscribers on YouTube?
YouTube, my subscribers on YouTube, I'm sitting at like 15, almost 15.23, something like that.
Exactly. On TikTok,
$15,000.
you're able to 100x, 50x that in four
Yeah,
or 5 months. So it's crazy,
four or
man. The
five
TikTok
months. Yeah,
algorithm is so friendly, and it gives
it
people a
is,
chance
man.
to grow, and it's
It
dope.
is. The thing is, though, they strict. They're a lot stricter, so you got to be careful. Because I read the community guidelines and all that shit. Because I don't want to waste my time building something and then it gets taken down. You understand? So that's the thing. It's friendly. The algorithm is friendly, but you gotta be careful because they'll cancel you fast.
Got you. And we'll talk about that because you saw how they try to come for me, but we still making content, so it's no big
Yeah,
deal.
I wanted to talk to you about that too. We'll get
Okay,
into
yeah, I'm gonna write that down if I see a pen because it wasn't on my agenda. Usually, I have guests on it to talk about them, not me.
them. Yeah, but I did. Yeah, I wanted to like
Okay.
talk to you about that.
Okay. Cool.
'Cause
Um,
I saw that was going on. I was like, damn, they trying to come for my boy.
they they, they,
They
they
could try to
they
come for my
tried.
boy. I
They
can't do that.
tried, man. They did their best. Here, so I'm gonna take off one of these video topics. I've just to maybe talk about my.
And if you got the time, bro, I got the time, bro. We can do this. This is what I do for a living. So
Okay.
if you got the time, I got the time.
All right, bet, bro. Let's get into this, brother. So, what was if you want to talk about it, like a quick story of, like, I feel like every man has a bunch of heartbreaks in his life, but what was, like, I guess, a last straw? Do you know what? I'm gonna take the time to learn about women because I'm not getting success. Was like a moment for you that happened?
I know this gonna sound crazy, but I was never that guy. I've always had girlfriends since elementary school. I've always never went without girlfriends. Like I always was able to get and attract women. Now I have been through, and the thing is, guys like me that's like that, we go through shit the most because we deal with so many women, and we've always been dealing with them. So there was never a moment in my life to where it was like, oh, damn, I got my heart broken, let me change. The environment I come from, we raised on bitches ain't shit. Like, so I've had this mentality and not in a disrespectful way. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but it's more so put yourself first. You know, you
True.
come first, money over women, yourself over women. Like I've been like this since I was a kid, right? So I don't have this. I got my heart broken, and then I just became this super player. I've always been like this. I've always wanted to date multiple women. I've always had this mentality. What 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 got me interested into learning the way women operate,
Hmm.
right? I wanted to be because I wasn't the kid who was like the strong fighter type. Those was like my cousins and shit. Like, you know, when we get into a problem in the neighborhood, my cousins would be like fighters. I had to fight too, but I
Yeah.
wasn't the first to want to jump and fight. I was a smart kid, right? So I always wanted to have the advantage over people mentally, and the same goes for women. So when I was a kid, I used to study like pimps and how I couldn't to understand because in my environment where I come from, that we're exposed to that stuff as kids. You know, seeing pimps and stuff like that and seeing it on TV and shit. So I wanted to see what they was doing. So I started studying shit like that. Now when I got into when it came to like real player game, because like I said, I always knew how to talk to women and have girlfriends, but when it came to like really like mind stuff, I was in high school and my dad is in prison. I'm trying to keep it short. My dad was in prison when I was in high school. Um, and I had no, like, the last time I had seen him, I was like 6 years old. So he started writing me out of the blue. And when the way he was coming at me was basically like a friend. So there was this girl that I couldn't get, right? There was this one girl I could not get this chick, right? It's probably the only time I was in the friend zone. There was this girl, Spanish girl, man, and she wouldn't fuck with me for nothing, man. I was like basically like in the friend zone, but it wasn't like a situation to where it was distraught because I had other girls and shit, but I just wanted this girl. But the guy that she was dealing with was like this street dude. I was like, starting to like dibble and dabble and stuff, but he was like already out there. This kid was like 14, 15 years old. He sold dope with gold teeth in his mouth, tattoos every fucking where. And this is like back in 2000. I'm a little bit older, so this was back then. This was before tattoos and all that shit was cool on kids and shit. He was one of these dudes. So I couldn't compete with that. So I asked my dad, I wrote my dad and I asked him, it's this chick that I like, man, but she ain't giving me no play. What do I do? And he said, stop paying this bitch, stop paying her attention, right? And he was telling me different things to do, and the shit started working. So my relationship with my dad became how to get women and to put me up on game. And I guess he felt that he had to do that in order to keep my bond with me because he wasn't there all my life. So when I would write my dad, it was nothing but game and how to do this, and how to get women, how to manipulate women, pull back techniques and all of this shit. So my dad was teaching me this when I was like 14, 15 years old. So I just started doing this shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's interesting because a lot of dads aren't gonna put their son up on game. They're gonna have the more, blue pill approach. Oh, make sure that you give her compliments and make sure you take her on the dates she wants, and
Right,
and it's gonna get hard, but you get put up with her because and I feel like there's something wrong with that. But I feel like at the same time, it's like that mindset can sets up a lot of men for failure. You know what I mean?
right,
Instead of keeping it real. So hey, man, I know this isn't popular to think, but the best way to get her attention is not to try to get her attention at all.
right. And I believe the only reason he was doing that was because he was trying to build a relationship, right?
Gotcha.
Because I
Yeah.
hadn't, like I said, he was gone and so I figured like it was more so a thing of where it's like, well, damn, I want him to be around. I want to be around for him. This is where he at, so let me meet him where he at. My dad was like
Facts.
a player, like my dad was like that type of guy for real. So, um, and that's the stuff that I was interested in when I was 14, 15 was girls and shit. And like
Right.
I said, I wanted to have the upper hand with everybody in the room. If I couldn't, if I couldn't knock you out, I wanted to be able to outthink you, right? So that was my thing. So that's how I came into wanting to learn. But it wasn't a thing to where it was like, oh, I got my heart broken and now I got to change. I was never that type of guy. But I have had my heart broken several times, probably more than the average since. You
Wow.
get what I'm saying?
Interesting. Yeah, man. From what I heard, there's two ways guys can go turn more towards this, red pill thinking. Is either A, the heartbreak, or B, they were the player guy getting with all the girls with boyfriends. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like they're
that
like,
was
wait a
like me.
minute.
Like
Like,
we would take pride into like sleeping with dudes, girls, and shit like that. And you just think in your mind like these bitches ain't shit. Like they be giving you. Can I curse?
yeah, you can curse
I,
spot, but
I, I,
yeah, yeah, you can
I
go.
try to keep it clean, but you be
Yeah.
like, you sitting there, right? You getting head from the chick. You getting head from the chick, and she like on the phone with her boyfriend and shit like that.
Whole world.
It's like, damn. But then it happens to you too. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing that they don't understand. And guys that's like players and ladies, man, this type of shit happens to us too. We get because there's somebody that's more player than me, that got more money than me,
Yeah,
that
of
look
course.
better than me. This happens to me too. It's just that I deal with it different. You
Facts.
understand? Like I process things different. It stings me. I have emotions. I get hurt and all that shit too. Bitches pull back from me. I get cheated on. All type of shit. It happens to everybody.
It
I
does.
just deal with it different. I know how to overcome it. You
Facts.
understand?
Gotcha. So, next thing I want to talk to you about, I kind of went through your content and I went to the bottom. I know there's plenty more viral videos. When I started at the bottom and work my way up. So the first one is the hoe flu. Can you explain to the people what the
Yeah.
hoe
Whole
flu
flu.
is?
All right. Whole flu is it's a female manipulation tactic, man.
Okay.
And it's based on like science, right? When we're connected, the genders are connected to each other more than what people believe, right?
Hmm.
So basically what happens is when you see a woman and she's in trouble, or she's crying, or she's in distress, or sick or something, naturally our testosterone, man's testosterone levels drop tremendously. And
Wow.
this puts us in a state to where we want to save the damsel in distress. This happens naturally, right?
Hmm.
Women have learned to exploit this. So when you catch them doing something wrong, or you're getting ready to hold them accountable for the things that they've done or said, what they'll do is they'll start crying and sniffling and all of this shit. It's just to disarm you, to let your guard down so you don't hold them accountable. I've seen a bunch of times in my life where women have literally played sick and fake abortion, fake that they had miscarriages, checked themselves in the hospital, and all type of shit. So they not held accountable for the bullshit that they've done. That's called hoe fluence. Basically, when they act sick and they crying and snot coming down off their face and shit, and they trying to get their way out of it. That's hoe fluence. And I have another one I call like whole tragedy. Like I had this girl one time, a long time ago, got caught doing something slick, and then she made this lie like somebody hacked her bank account, and
Oh
now they
wow.
just drained all her money. It's like they manufacture sickness or tragedy and shit like that. That's hoe fluence.
Got you. Yeah, man. I think it makes sense because a lot of times, especially with even with the cops, right? Cop will pull over a woman, all of a sudden she'll start crying,
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
like, and it can make the cop go, damn, like, all right, like, I ain't gotta be too hard on her. She's already hard on. It's almost like I'm not gonna go too hard on her because she's already hard on
You
herself.
already right. But what guys don't understand is that most women can do that on command. Like
True.
most women, they've been doing this since they were little children,
Yeah.
because they know that men are suckers for that. Guys are suckers for a woman in distress, and they use it. You can go. One of these guys, I think they need to. You know how they go up to ask girls the different questions. I'm thinking about literally going up to girls in the mall and say, I give you $50 to cry on command, just to show guys how easy it is for women to cry on command.
Wow.
You understand? Women can do this shit on command. It's crazy, but
Yeah,
guys
man.
fall for it.
Oh, for sure, especially if it's a girl that they're really attracted to or a girl that, they see a future with, they'll definitely
Right,
they won't really put their foot down and demand some respect. They kind of let
right,
it
right,
slide,
right,
which is
right,
unfortunate, man. You can't be living in scarcity. It's one thing that I've learned, especially from, reading the books and listening to the podcasts, is the
right,
whole not living in scarcity thing. A lot of guys do that, unfortunately. Um,
right.
so another thing that you talked about that was I found interesting, and I agree with too, is but you have to give them context because, of course, the captions we use are to drag you in,
Provocative.
and then we're
Yeah,
gonna give you the context. So you said
right.
never commit exclusively until. So give people a little backstory on like what you mean by that video.
All right. So we have this phenomenon where guys are committing themselves to women, committing themselves exclusively to women. That means no other women, no life. You're putting this woman and her happiness and her well-being above everything in your life. She has access to all of your energy, your emotions, your fucking hard-earned resources. This is a big deal. Never give a woman this type of access until she's proven herself, until
Absolutely.
she's been with you consistently, and through this consistently, this is how you weed out ex-boyfriends. What happens is guys get with a girl, right? When they meet the girl, they don't know that she's vulnerable still from the ex dude who cheated on her or kicked her to the curb, or who
Yeah.
she left. So they
Facts.
get with these guys, and the more you get into this is probably the most common thing that guys come to me with. They get with this girl, and then 3, 4, 5 months later, they've invested every fucking
Yep.
thing, they cut off
Everything.
every woman, every fucking thing, and then the dude call her and be like, "I want my family back, but I miss you," and it's over for that
Yep.
fucking dude. You need to make sure women are into you, and the way that they show that they're into you is through consistent effort. For me, I would need to see like at least a year for me to take a woman even seriously, right? Because I understand when you meet a woman, she's going to be talking to somebody. She's going to have some
Yeah.
type
Of
of
course.
emotional connection to somebody. Most people out here are not just single.
Nah, man. They're not.
And if they're single, they're not just living around, just coming off of celibacy. It don't work like that. When you meet a woman, somebody fucked up somewhere, right? So, in order for her for you to develop and get her attached create the imprint and all that shit. She needs to be invested in you consistently. A man should never give up himself until a woman has earned that. And she earns that through her consistent effort and serving you and being submissive to you and providing value over time. And her investment keeps her into you. It keeps her attached from you and detached from everything else. So now that she's into you and now that she's proven, boom, here you go, the world, baby girl. But guys like to give girls the world for nothing. You know what I'm saying? The bitch show up and smile, and then here go everything, and then they get burned, and then it's like, oh, bitches ain't shit. No, you a fool.
Yeah, man. I feel like that is one of the biggest things I get DMs from is when a guy hits me up, hey man, talking to this girl, things are going great. We slept together, whoop de whoop. Then now
Then
she's
what happened?
acting this. Now she's acting this. Now she's not free anymore. And it's like, man, are you still talking to other girls? Like, well, kinda. I'm like, no, you're not. What's
Yeah,
happened is
yeah,
most guys don't have options, man. They just don't. Like, I'd say your average Joe, like 5'10", 7 out of 10 on the look scale, may talk to two girls max, if that, if
yeah,
he's lucky,
yeah.
right? So it's like if one girl gives them some type of consistency, they're all head over heels. You know what I mean?
Right,
And the problem is, I always keep my options open, because I feel like the girls I mess with, them Latinas, them Persian chicks, bro, like they have hella options. Like
right, right.
they may go on sometimes 3 dates a week with three different guys, and I can't blame them. Like if you get let's see here, if you get like 10, 20 DMs a week, at least one or two of those dudes will actually get a chance to see you. So
Right, right,
that's like 8 dates a month. So her attention is scattered with all these other dudes. And the second she's into you when you're playing it cool, right? And I feel like for some women, the second you show them like you're trying to take it to the next level when they're not ready, that's when
yeah.
hey, we're going too fast.
You're
Hey,
going too
we're
fast.
just
You
being
got to slow it
friends.
down.
And I tell guys this, it's like when you're messing with a girl for the first 2, 3 months, you're basically getting a highlight reel. You're not getting the real her, man. Like you haven't argued with her yet, had
Right,
disagreement with her yet. She's basically being acting perfect. But when she puts that her guard down and maybe her true self, that's the person you gotta watch out for. There are guys
right.
dating girls for 2 weeks, no, 2 months maybe, and then all of a sudden the third month they're together. It's like, bro,
Together, yeah. It
you don't
takes
know that
way
girl
longer.
yet.
It
You don't know
takes
that
way
girl.
longer than that. You can't, you can't. Yeah, man. Because that's a lot to give. You got to think about it. This is a lot for you to give up, right? You giving and you putting somebody to make sure you taking care of a woman, right? And I think a man should take care of his woman, right? Not on no trick shit, but if you have somebody that you're in a relationship with, I think you should do your best to see that she's okay. Um, and not just like financially, but just guide her to where she need to be. This is where you get submission from. This is why women
Mhm.
submit to you. Why you got to take care of them. But in order for, you know, you should make sure that she's all in before you do that and not attach to somebody else. Make sure she ain't, some crazy witch. You see what I'm saying? And that type of stuff takes time.
I agree, man. I feel like a lot of guys, like I said, just jump too soon and they don't keep their options open. Another thing is too, guys, stop seeing a girl every day. Like, I don't care if she asks, man. Like, you can't, man, guys saying, they hang out with the girl once, all of a sudden that a really good date. Then they're hanging out with her every single day. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro.
that's one of the that a lot of guys don't understand. That's a violation. Even if you live with your girl,
Yeah,
even if you live with your girl, you
live with
cannot give her. You can't because she's going to get bored. It's going to get stale. You see what I'm saying? And familiarity breeds contempt, bro. You can't do it. It's no good, bro. Figure out something else to do. Find you something else to do. Get a life. Get a life outside of this girl. And this is the thing too. Guys fall into the trap of women be like, oh, well, I want to see you. I want to see you. Women don't even realize that they'll smother them damn self. They'll smother
true.
themselves, right? You could be trying to live your life and shit, but they want to see you. They want your energy, but they don't understand that they're not going to be attracted to you and they're going to get bored. So you let them dictate your pace and you let them lead you into frustration. So you be the man and you control the situation. Stay away from seeing this girl every fucking day.
I have this rule where I only see girls once a week. I don't care how much
Once a week.
free time I got. I see you once a week. And also the
Right.
other thing too is texting. Guys be blowing the girl's phone up, texting from legit morning, they when they wake up till they go to bed. That's like easy a 12 or 13-hour text day, right?
It's great. I don't understand. Like,
And it's like, dude, like you gotta like there's this girl I see right now, and we don't text. I text her, set a plan, hey, you free Saturday? Bet I'll see you then. And we have like so much to talk about because we didn't talk about each other's days for 6 days straight or 5 days straight. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like, what's the incentive to see you if you've given her everything, you're giving her all the attention via text? Because that's good enough for them. That's good enough attention for them. They don't have to see your
Oh
ass.
no, they don't. They
You
have plenty of
saying,
other
"Hey,
options.
how you doing?" and giving them that attention, even if it's not in your face, that is good enough for them. They'll take that all day, and now they ain't even got to see your ass. You see what I'm saying? They can go worry about somebody else.
I agree, man.
Yeah,
Like I
don't even text. Hey, you text to like something important. Me personally, I barely text. I don't. Hey, what time you coming over? Or what's up with XYZ? They may check in. Hey, how was your day? My day was good.
true,
You
yeah,
check us back
exactly.
and forth, a brief exchange, 5, 10 minutes, and I end it. Hey, I get back to you, so I got to go to work, or I got some shit that I got to call. I don't give a fuck if I'm sitting on my PC playing a video game. I don't care. But I end that fast. Hey, I got some shit to do. I hit you up later, or hit me up later, or hit me up tomorrow or something. We'll set something up so we can link up. But
You know,
don't fall into the trap of, because you think that she's showing you some type of interest. All you're doing is just giving her attention. She'll sit there and text your ass until the moon turn red.
and never link you, bro. So
Never, ever.
and also, just to make a touch on this, I made a video on that actually, where I said, listen, guys, there's two approaches to this. Number one, your mindset is the only way I can keep her interested in me is by staying engaged. It makes sense, right? Keep her interested. You stay engaged. You talk to her
Right,
a week, right? It makes sense. But then there's me who texts her on Monday, asks her availability to see her Saturday. I may have texted her for 15 minutes, and I made a little chart where I text her for 15 minutes and you text her for a collective 20 hours. 20
right,
hours. So she bailed on both of us. But guess what? My investment was 15 minutes. Your investment was 20 hours.
right. See, guys, they think that keeping a woman interested, like you say, they have the mindset of engage.
Yeah,
The way to keep a woman interested is being an interesting person. That's
true.
it. There's nothing more, nothing else to it. You don't have to engage. You be an interesting person. And you be the interesting person by living your life and doing the things that you love to do and having a life outside of that. And this is what women take interest in. You see, yeah, they may be attracted to you physically or whatever, if you their cup of tea, but they're interested in the fact that you're living your life and you have things to do. Oh, defund simping. Oh, you run a podcast? That's cool. So you're like the real life hitch. And you get that, right? I get it all
Yeah,
the time. You like
yeah,
the
yeah,
real life hitch.
yeah.
Oh, you run a podcast? That's cool. This is the things that makes you interesting. I seen, like, look on your page, you play guitar. Oh, you play guitar? That's nice. You sit and talking and texting is not interesting. That's not how
Facts.
you keep them interested. You keep them interesting by being an interesting person.
Absolutely. I agree with that, man. Like I feel like with this girl I talked to, since you and I are both into like this whole relationship type of world. So we're always talking to people about this, reading
Yeah,
books, listening. So I take these conversations to this girl I'm talking to, and she's real cool, real open minded. She agrees with a lot of things I say, and she agrees. It's like if she's pre med, right? So she's always in the books, right? So when guys
right,
are blowing her up all day, she gets like turned off. It's like, like I'm busy, so why aren't you?
right,
So it's
right.
like it's important that even if like you gotta fake it, man, you just gotta be busy with something, man. You gotta be busy with something.
There's something else to do. You got video games. It's
Yeah,
something.
this
Even if
something.
you, I suggest that you could be productive, but you can't live for women like that. You can't do it. You're gonna set yourself up for failure. You can't. You have to be when women complete you and when women that's not interesting.
Yeah,
That's not attractive. You have to figure out something that you like to do and do it, even if it's not productive. I don't condone not being productive, but
yeah,
do something. You got guys who play the video game. You hear these girls, they fighting for their man's attention, and all they do is play the fucking video game. And they get more pussy because they vying for the man's attention and trying to pull him off the video game. And that's all they do. They ain't got nothing else going on outside of them damn video games, but they still have their woman hooked on them. You see what I'm
facts.
saying? What does that tell you?
True. I tell I again, I don't advocate you guys be fake busy. Like, don't get a text and okay, I'm replying in 2 hours. Like, do your best to actually stay busy with that, whether it's playing video games, it's going to the gym, going for a run, boxing, get into a hobby. That's why I told guys to get hobbies. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So don't be, trying to do the whole fake busy thing. But I really want guys to get out there and get busy so their whole life won't revolve around texting women and swiping right. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, right.
Facts. So since we're here, man, shit, let's talk about it. Let's go to me getting canceled from your point of view, because I know what it was from my point of view, but what was it from your point of view? What do you want to speak on?
I saw a video that you made and it inspired me, man. It was the one about, yeah, man, because I feel like that because they come for me too.
Oh,
They come for me too,
okay,
right?
okay.
Um, they come for me heavy, but the thing is, I know how to talk to them, and I know how to do it without violating guidelines and shit like that. So I know how to pick and poke at them, right? So they can't really like they try to get my stuff flagged down, but all I do is appeal it because I go out of my way not to violate. You can't group women and to make them seem like you can't. You have to talk to them a certain type of way. But they come for me. But you made the video about women, how women try to manipulate men, and how it's basically. You remember the video? I think
I
that shit
do.
was going up. It
It,
was basically how why women are mad at you because you teaching guys not to be manipulated. And I share the same sentiment. And when I saw it, I was like, this is the shit right here. This is it. This is it. I don't understand why they took that video down. Did you ever appeal it?
no, listen, I took it down because what happened is once when two people, right? What they did was so I wasn't cancel culture ready. I've been making this type of content on Twitter for 2 years prior. 2 years
Right,
prior. And the comment section was men and women enjoying the content. There was no misogynistic comments, no hate women. Like, no, it was men and women were enjoying my content. And it was this exact same thing. So I get to TikTok and I'm being called this misogynist and I hate women. It's like, whoa, like people have been enjoying my content for years, men and women. I got pussy off the videos I made from Twitter. So
right.
girls were DMing me saying, "Oh my God, you're so funny." Like I was getting girls from those videos. But now on TikTok, I'm this bad guy. So I was just confused with this, with all this. But that video I took it down because
Why? No, don't gotta fight the good fight. Fight. Don't let them listen. When they call you misogynist and all of this shit, this is because what misogynist, a lot of them use that word, don't even know what the fuck it
they
means.
don't, they
A
really don't.
misogynist is a man who hates women. It's
Yes.
a person who hates women. That's what misogyny is. You telling a guy, hey, pay attention to this because this type of woman will do this to you. Watch yourself. You don't actually hate women. What you're doing is bringing balance to the world so men and women can live peacefully and have great relationships. But I understand it. I get it because I've been getting this shit for years, right? And I'm a little bit more, I'm
Seasoned.
a lot more than most guys. I'm a lot more smash mouth and shit, right? So like I say, I get it too, but don't let them run you off, man, if you can't, because people need that. Like, even when I seen that specific video, I was like, this is it. Like, this is it. It inspired me more. I got up and I made more fucking videos. Cause I'm like, yeah, they can't, they trying to silence the message. And there's a huge attack. There's a huge attack on masculinity in
Massive.
general, right? It's a massive attack, and it's going to damn near be illegal to be a fucking man. In 10 years,
A
10,
straight
15,
man.
20
A straight.
it's going to be illegal to even be a fucking man, right? So I feel like we need content like that. And the same thing, I think it happened to my boy Zay. Shout out to Zay.
Happened to
But
Zay
they
too?
started Zay played Zay's the Zay way on
Oh yeah, I
TikTok.
know him, but what happened to him? I thought he's still making content.
He does, but he kind of softened it a little bit, at least from my opinion.
Okay, okay.
Because when he first came out, he was like going in.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you know, I think people don't be ready for the pushback, and the pushback is kind of scary. Like, dude, they done been talking about me all over Facebook. You read the
Facebook.
comments on Facebook. Yeah, it's people that posting my shit on Facebook, got millions of views. And you know that's crazy when it's on Facebook,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Dude, you go read the comments and it's, oh, somebody hurt him. He's misogynic. I wonder what his daughter thinks or what his mom thinks. It's like, I don't give a fuck about canceling me. You can't cancel me because you don't fucking support me anyway. I
Yeah,
don't give
true.
a I don't you. You just mad because you can't manipulate men. I represent the reality that when you deal with a man, if your man listens to me, you're gonna have to step your fucking game up.
It gives them
That's all.
it gives them performance anxiety.
It's exactly, bro. Exactly. You got to step your game up when men listen to me. You can't be manipulative. You actually have to provide value when a man listens to me. What's wrong with that? That creates balance. You provide value, he provide value. But when they don't want to do that, then they call you misogynist. Every post, you misogynistic, you this, you that. I don't care about that shit. At first, it used to bother me. Not bother me in the sense of that I'm offending them, but it's like, damn, they attacking me. What do I do? You gotta fight back. You gotta fight back. Now, because you know, TikTok, especially on TikTok, the more engagement, the more they promote your post. So now when they fucking posting and saying little stupid shit like that, I just argue with them till the cows come. If I have time, I go argue with them because it helps me anyway, right? I don't even read what they say. I just comment and comment and comment and comment and comment. You help me anyway. So go ahead and comment your little bullshit because TikTok algorithm don't know that you're a hater. There's no dislike button.
Yeah,
So you can say, oh, you piece of shit misogynist. All TikTok's algorithms see is that we have engagement. Let's show it to more people. Let's show it to more people. And the more you share it in your Facebook groups with your man-hating hoes, the more you share it, the more people gonna watch it, the more they're gonna post it on Facebook. And you know how many fucking consultations I got? People bought my courses from people sharing shit on Facebook. Some bitch shared my shit on Facebook trying to down talk me. And the men on her friends that seen it and DM me.
True.
So keep hating, bitch. Keep hating. Don't let them stop your movement. Don't let them. I thought that you got the video taken down. When I saw the video, I was like, he said nothing wrong for them to take the video down. Like, he didn't violate, he didn't offend nobody, he didn't bully anybody. So I was like, why did he take that down? This is the one right here, right? And this is me. I'm saying this is me that inspired me. You see what I'm saying? When I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I got a fire in me, like an extra fire in me. So I just imagine what it's doing to a kid in high school. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
So what happened is, man, I wasn't gonna take it down, but two things happened. Number one, my mom called me, hey, there are people harassing me at my job. I'm like,
oh shit.
What? Like, yeah, like they're calling my work line, like harassing me. What's going on? I'm like, all right, this has gone too far. And the second person was a homie. So if you go to my personal Instagram, I'm into fashion, like taking cool pictures and cool clothes around in cool places. And they went to my friend who I tagged in my photo, and they DM'd him, hey, your friend is a misogynist. Your friend is like, I'm like, dude, they're coming for anybody who's attached to me. They're coming for him. So at this point,
Right.
I'm hurting people who have nothing to do with what I'm doing. So I'm gonna take that video down because, bro, I'm gonna tell you what happens. I told the story a couple other times, but I'll reiterate for you. Okay, a woman with 500,000 followers, you know, the whole she her non-binary group, I think they're the strongest on TikTok. When they get together, they are a powerful group because they are relentless. But
Right.
anyway, I made a video stating, yo, look, if you're on a dating app, Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, and a girl says, hey, I can't link with you, let's wait till COVID, you know, it's not safe out here, drop her, leave her alone. Like, of course I use different language, but that's what I said. And then so when that girl found that video, she made a, honestly, not gonna lie, a pretty funny skit. Like, hey, sleep with me. No, I can't. There's COVID. But what if I die? It was funny. She made some skit, right? It's not
Right.
really even attacking me really, but her followers, like, man, there was over 1,000 comments on that video, and it's funny. The comment section was like, damn, like I went to his profile and there's guys. It's an army of guys, like who actually agree with this idiot, and they just came to my page, bro, and dropped hate on every video they could. So
Fuck them.
okay,
Fuck
all right,
them.
momentum. Here we go. Like,
Right.
let's hash back. And I made that video. Now, mind you, that day I'm a videographer and photographer. I did 2 shoots, one in the morning, one at night. I was dead tired. I uploaded that video at 11:45. But dude, I have this momentum. I gotta go. I woke up, man, to 22,000 followers, 1,300 comments, 15 mentions. Like, oh my God. And
Yeah.
throughout the day, just I went from 55K to 125K in one day.
Damn. Yeah.
And
It's cool. TikTok will
but
do it.
but it came with a mental tax because the thing is my government name was on my Instagram at the time. So they looked up my name, and wherever it was attached to, emails, reviews, like
That's the thing. Yeah, yeah. You didn't prepare. See me, like when I came in, as soon as I made a YouTube, I disassociated this was years ago. So
yeah,
I had already disassociated everything already. Like I was already, and even with me, I honestly I don't care if a person know my name. Like in my live streams, I talk about my background, I talk about the places I've been and
yeah,
shit like that. So whatever, but yeah, just disassociate, try to, as much as you can, scrub your old stuff, make your stuff private. You take your Facebook page down, and you have to disassociate that yourself with that type of stuff, because people are wicked. They go to the point of harassing people and bullshit like that. But still, at the end of the day, you can't. I feel like, don't let that stop you from saying what you need to say. Don't let people scare you. Don't let never let anybody, man or woman, scare you from your truth and from standing on your truth and helping, because your message helps. I don't think a lot of the younger content creators realize how much their message helps kids in high school. When I was in high school, we didn't have any of this
yeah,
shit.
true.
If you didn't have what I had in high school, which is somebody teaching me this shit personally, you
You're
were
screwed.
lost.
You're
Period. You
screwed.
were
Yeah,
screwed over when I was in high school. So kids hearing this, and they hearing, you don't teach people to be manipulative. You're not teaching anything bad. You teaching how to stand up for yourself and how to win. There's nothing wrong with that. So, okay, you want to call my mom's job? You gonna have to deal with that from the energy that you put out. You want to call my job and you want to harass people? Your life is gonna be fucked up from the negative energy that you put out. Go ahead and do it, bitch. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna stop my shine. You're not gonna stop my message, because what I do actually helps people. You ain't doing nothing but destroying.
true.
You ain't gonna run me off. Fuck you, suck my dick. It is gonna be what it's gonna be, right?
Got you.
And you just don't, yeah, just keep going, bro. Don't let them soften you now. Don't get yourself to the point. I feel like don't violate in a way that TikTok take your page down, and you build something for nothing, and you got to start over. Because my Myron did that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
And I
too.
know,
Real Talk Miami.
yeah,
Yeah. No, they weren't wildin'. It's just my favorite video. Listen, guys, if a girl bails on you, you tell her you're paying for drinks and the food. That
yeah,
video,
yeah.
like, dude. Again, it just goes back to men. Hey, if you bail on me, and I know you're bailing on me wasn't for a legit reason, just a better option. You gotta pay for drinks, and you gonna pay for the food we go out. And man, that caused the biggest ruckus. It was
It
like,
was just the language he used. He didn't say anything wrong.
true,
They took the video down, but he was saying things in other videos. He was saying things in other videos that was violent. He was taking his video down for that. That video got him viral and shit like that. But the other videos, the shit that he was saying, was getting flagged down and strike. And eventually, they took his whole page down. Well, they took their whole page down because it's two of them. But yeah, he didn't say anything wrong. Like, if you waste my time, you should compensate me for my time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true,
there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the thing with TikTok that I noticed is that it shows your thing to everybody, so you don't get a control. Like with Instagram and YouTube, only your followers see it
true.
pretty much, unless
Facts.
you go
Yeah,
viral in some other way. But TikTok is just shows your shit to everybody, right? But I tell guys all the time, like I said, I seen other content creators, they start coming for them and they kind of back off. They delivery get a little softer, the content changes. That bullshit. Fuck them hoes. They don't support you anyway, right? A guy asked me on my live stream, he asked me about you. He was like, man, are you scared that they're going to cancel you like they did From Simp? I was like, they didn't really cancel him, but I'm not scared of nobody canceling me. They can't cancel me because they don't fucking support me anyway. The people who mad at me don't spend money on me. They don't buy my courses. They don't book consultations. If they share my shit, but they talking negative about me, they actually help me. I'm not in bed with companies. I don't do advertising. I've got all type of comment offers to do advertisements for companies on TikTok and other places. I don't fuck with them because I don't want them controlling me. You're not gonna control me because you're giving me a few funky ass dollars to share your water or to share your dating site. Fuck that. I got my own products, right?
true.
So I'm not worried about nobody to cancel me. You're not gonna stop my message. Nobody.
Yeah, man.
At all, right? That's what I
I
told the
did
guy.
I did tone back my just the B word, other than that, I just stopped using the B word because I feel like it let's talk about that. It's so interesting. This is how I feel, right? Okay. Kevin Hart, Meg The Stallion, YG, Gunna, Young Thug, y'all can say it. It's cool. I
Right,
actually like it when y'all say it. But you can't say it. We hold you
right,
higher than them. So they're down here, but we hold you above them. Like, oh, so you think I'm better than all these people who use it every day? Yes, that's what we think. You can't
right,
use it. It's like, okay, it makes no sense. It's like,
right.
girl,
You right about that. You right about that. This is how I look at it, right? 'Cause if you notice, I don't really use it like that
yeah, you don't, you
unless
don't,
I'm talking to homies and
you don't.
comments like, "Look at these hoes" or something like that.
Yeah,
But I try to be respectful because I want people to respect me, right?
true.
So at least if a woman says, "Hey, I don't like to be called the B word," or and I know women have a problem with that from a man. I kind of understand that because I don't like women calling me the N word. Like I don't like women calling me anything derogatory. But if me and you sit and talk, you be like, "Oh, what's up, my nigga?" Blah
Yeah,
blah blah blah. It's all cool. I understand that, but I don't like women calling me for some reason, right? And it's not for some reason. I just don't like women to call me derogatory things,
got you.
right? Or you punk ass nigga, da, 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 you don't talk to me like that. So I
Yeah,
understand. So me personally, I just if they want that, I respect them. I'm not gonna call you no bitches and hoes and da da da. Da. I know how to talk without that, but I'm still gonna get this truth out, right? I'm still gonna spit the
yeah.
game.
I can get the
So
truth out
I can
without it.
respect that. But if I'm talking in the comments or if you come at me on my page and you disrespectful and you insult me, then I'm gonna treat you just like you is. You're gonna be a bitch and you're gonna be a hoe. I still use the word, but I am gonna respect you because I want to be respected too.
I agree.
So yeah, it's cool that you did do that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you still it's good to you don't have to do anything, but it's good to be respectful to people,
I
right?
agree. So yeah,
We want respect, and we teach guys, we teach young kids and guys, yeah, you got to demand respect, you got to demand respect, and you want women to respect you. But what we fail to teach them is that you also have to be respectful and you have to give respect too.
absolutely. I agree with that, man. I can still get my truth out. I feel like if you're a good content creator, you can take away some tools, and I can still make
Right,
pie. I can still make it. So
right.
no big deal.
But
I'm
you was
still.
hitting them hard with the D's,
I
fellas.
was I
Let's
was
talk.
I was hitting it hard, man. Here's the thing, man. No one ever checked me. Legit, up until
Right.
55K, never checked. No one ever really cared. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I can say it, like I can be this aggressive and no one's coming for me. Girls must see my content, just scroll right by it and did not give it no attention. That's cool, whatever.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
and then once when the LGBTQ, she, her, non-binary found me, they had an issue. So it's
Right.
funny
Right.
how gay women have the biggest issue with me. It's like you don't even date men.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, they were the most relentless on me. But hey, it's funny. I took a 5 day mental break because waking up to, bro, 1,200, 1,300 comments in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, like like even videos where I was like I was very well articulated. Like I made a video
Right.
on confidence, I mean about women. Has of almost over 1,000 comments for what? You know what I mean? So I did this. Okay, I'm gonna take a 5 day break from TikTok. Okay, here's what's happening. Like you mentioned, even though the LGBTQ community is very present for the past 2 weeks on my page. So it's almost like, oh, they're engaging with it so much. Let's just keep shoveling it. So I'm like, no, like, because bro, at one point I was only gaining like 10 or 15 followers a day. Why? Because I was
Hmm.
only shown to my haters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
'Cause I was like, dude, I'll post a video and within 30 seconds the hate's there. I'm like, what the hell? Like it's almost
Right.
like TikTok is
And
showing.
then that almost becomes your character now. Now you have to keep doing it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I said, you know what? I don't know TikTok algorithm that well, but let me take a 5 day break. Hopefully, the whole LGBTQ tie to my page dwindles, and I go back to the boys. And now I'm back to gain like 2 to 500 followers a day. It's like, all right, here we go. We're back in this groove. Because before it was, man, 2 followers, 10 followers. Like it was tough because TikTok was only showing my content to people who,
To right.
and it was like, dude, like I can't even, like it's not. And then it gets to a point where my own fans don't even want to comment because they're gonna get ratioed. You know what I mean?
Get fan. Yeah. Yeah.
So it almost becomes their
So
page.
you think that we ignore them, or do you think we fight back? Like, how do you think we deal with that as men? Like, how do you
Well,
think we deal
I
with that
don't
element?
I don't like to fight back because there's too many of them. It's almost like shooting a zombie, and then I mean, then that zombie dies, two of them fall again.
When
You know,
when I say fight back, I don't mean necessarily
like
like
comment.
comment back and forth with
Oh,
them on,
okay, okay, okay.
but just in general as men, like, do you think we ignore them, or do you think that we speak out about it and bring light to it and
It's
fight back in that way?
it's tough to even fight back, even with like with even that, because I feel like nowadays, like we mentioned before, they're gonna shame you for it, right? Like even I had a woman on my podcast last episode. She explained it, the oppressor versus the oppressed, right? So a lot of the women, those women think that men are these oppressors, right? So when we try to speak to them, we're almost like we hate them and we're misogynistic and we hate our mothers and stuff like that, right? So it's hard to even have conversations like that to
Right,
them. But one thing I'll say is this. Me and my friend had a conversation about this. I have nothing against liberalism, but the extreme, basically the extremes of both are bad. Extreme
right.
conservatism, extreme liberalism are both really cancerous. And there's a girl who, it's funny. I think her most viewed video was her ripping on me. I'm not gonna say her name. She don't deserve the free clout. She made a video saying if you're a man or a cis man, they call it nowadays. Being born a man is a cis man, and you don't want to sleep with a transgender woman, you're now transphobic. In the comment section, even her own followers like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, so eventually they're going to keep pushing further and further left. And then one day, people are going to go, okay, this is getting too crazy. I'm going to hop off. I'm done.
This how you deal with that. Okay, I am transphobic. So what? Now what? I'm transphobic. Now what? Now what? So what? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't be scared of them, bro. Fuck them. What they gonna do? We built. This is the thing, right? And for like those motherfuckers and those chicks and shit, just like how Kevin Sam was talking about, we built this shit around them
Yeah,
for them to even be comfortable to come at us like this.
it is. Yeah,
Knows and fuck them. You're transphobic. You're this. We know what transphobic. We know a phobia is.
it's scared of. Yeah,
You be scared. Okay, if you think that I'm scared because I'm not gay, then so be it. If that makes you um,
better.
sleep well at night, cupcake, then go a fucking head. Who gives a fuck? Because you don't pay me anyway, right? We gotta stop as men. We gotta stop letting them scare us, right? Now, like I said, when we're in an arena, when we building a platform, we should abide by the rules that this platform has set. That's what being an alpha male is. It's following rules. It's not about coming in and doing and saying what you want to do. It's about knowing where you at and playing ball where you at.
facts.
But at the same time, we can't let them, because if it keeps going like this, man, it's gonna be illegal to even be a man. This pushback, what you're seeing, it's like, how dare you have the audacity to stand up for yourself as a man? This is
True.
basically what they're saying. How dare you? This is how much we've fallen. The fact that when you get up and you say something and stand up for yourself, it's like, how dare you have the audacity, right? How dare you have the audacity to even. It's like with the whole racism thing, and not to get too much on that, regardless of however you feel about racism, right? But you see this thing to where people get mad because people standing up for themselves. Like,
Facts.
how dare you stand up for yourself and ask to be treated like a human being? It's that same element that's going on is the same thing that's going on with this whole gender war. Women have gotten so, and this is because of those few um those few chicks that I was just talking about. This ideology over the last 60 years have permeated society so much to where now it's like, how dare you stand up for yourself and say, I don't want to deal with you because you flaked on me. Like, how is that offensive?
They get offended by that,
How,
man.
how dare you have the audacity to not deal with me because I'm a homosexual and you're straight and you are attracted to women? How dare you not like me? This is where we're going to. We can't let this happen, fellas. We can't let it happen. We can't. We can't.
And
You
it's
don't have
tough,
to, like
man.
You don't have to comment back and forth and be petty, but if you can't, like, no, you check that. What you mean? If I'm okay, I'm transphobic, now what? Sue me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, man.
crazy. Man, this shit is crazy, the world we live in.
It's tough, man. And a lot of guys, you know, even myself a little bit, I got much better at it. But I'll say this point real quick and go back to what I was gonna say earlier was like a lot of men, they're not built for extreme hate. You know, me and you, we had to develop a thick skin to where we can, keep pushing. A lot of men, if they have went through what we went through, would have folded. Not worth it.
Folded, yeah.
Not worth it. But I was reading this book and I realized I recommend all men should read it. Curtis Jackson. It's something about hustling, and he talked about fear, right? So 50 Cent was shot 9 times in his hood, right? Most people would have moved hoods, move over to a different state, start fresh. He said, you know
Right,
what? I know, Kyle, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna stay
right,
right here. So I'm over here stressed out about some, girls with chains around their neck and yellow eyeshadow mad at me when 50 Cent got shot 9 times and stayed in the same house in the same hood in the same block. But it
right.
made me realize that, like you're not in that much danger. You know what I mean? Like Pete, like you've been some days during the thick of my canceling, I thought there was a target on my back. Like, bro, it's not that deep and it's not that serious. It really
It's
is.
not.
It's not.
It's not. Now, when they start coming and they put hit lists out on guys and shit, and the guys are dating coaches are dropping dead, then you got something to worry about.
But until
But
then,
until then, if you screaming, uh, rainbow chicks in the corner, or extra super masculine, super independent masculine hoes in the corner screaming on the internet, fuck them, bro. Talking about they gonna cancel you. Okay, so cancel me then. You don't fuck with me anyway. So go
facts,
ahead.
man. I agree, man. It's a good mindset for me to have where it's like at least my fan base isn't turning on me because that's when that gets rough. But at least people who wouldn't even support me in the first place, aren't are hating, and that's okay. Occasionally I'll get some white knights, but I get to their profile and they have colored nails. I'm like, okay, I get it. Okay, all right. I get why you're supporting, and you're anti me, but I can tell your fingernails makes sense, bro. But changing to the topic, man. You made a video, and I feel like all like guys like myself made videos like this. So this is a good moment to talk about self improvement and kind of take it off of women. You made a video on how to get your ex back, but then you flipped the script. So like talk about that video.
Basically, and when you're saying I flip the script, you mean it as far as like I
Self
put it on
improvement.
the man, put the onus on the man. That's
Yeah,
basically what
exactly.
the girl left you for a reason, right?
She did.
For whatever reason, she left you. She didn't want to be with you. You was unattractive. There was somebody better, or whatever. If you want to get her back, don't keep giving her more
Yeah,
of what she left you for in the first place.
she
It
gonna keep
doesn't even
running.
make logical sense, right? I advocate if she leave you, it's over. This is the wrap. She's gonna go get sucked and fucked and all type of shit, and then she's gonna come back to you when the shit don't work out. Don't be a sucker. This is what I advocate. But guys don't want to hear that. They want it, right? So okay, this is what you do here. You take the time and you take the energy to and stop belly aching because this is turning her off already. That's why she left. And put the energy into yourself and make yourself attractive so you can compete.
I
And don't worry about her. She'll be back because that shit ain't gonna work out anyway because she's fucking with him because she's vulnerable, right? And he's more than likely a player, so he sees her for what she is. When women leave guys and shit, they go fuck with guys like me and shit, right? And we see them for who they are. We don't want them, right? Because you just did this man dirty. So I'm gonna toss you up, and then you can go back to him. So if she comes from that situation and she sees like, oh wow, he's making more money, he's in a better place, he's a better man, he's more attractive to me. Let me hit him up and see what's going on. But when she get done fucking me, when she get done fucking, it's funny your name Chad because that's what they call like the Chads and Tyrone.
Chaz
When
and
she get
Tyrone.
fucking, when she get done fucking Chad, right? When she get done fucking Chad, and she look at you, you still whining and begging and baby please and shit. It's like, you just reminded her, why she left you. So the best way to get your ex back is to move on and upgrade yourself and make yourself a better person, make yourself more attractive. And if she never comes back, guess what? You're a better person now. You can attract better, right? And once you get settled in with that, you're gonna look back at her and laugh. The
I agree,
key is
man.
to move on and make yourself a better person.
Honestly, I feel like the best way people learn nowadays is through pain. You know what I'm saying? Like the boys can tell you, oh, she's not good for you, she's not good for you. All you they can say that till the cows come home. But till she leaves and that pain, man, that boy be hitting the gym every day. Like
Right.
because it's like that pain
That
sometimes
motivator.
that pain is that motivator, right? You be, doing that, 225 on the bench, and all of a sudden you hear her say, you were never strong anyway, you were never handsome. Ah,
Yeah.
like you be going ham. So I do the same thing. Like guys ask how I get the X back. And I'm like, dog, listen, when she broke up with you, I guarantee she had a replacement already on the back burner. She
Oh
already
yeah.
I guarantee the next day she's already linking with the dude. She's moved on mentally a month or 2 months already before she even broke up with you. So
Right.
this has been planned. Not unless you woke up one day and decided to break up with you. This has been planned. So
Right.
I told guys, look, man, she's already planned to leave. There's already a replacement. You now need to focus on yourself and just work hard, man. Like when she comes back, you're 10 pounds lighter, maybe even get some new clothes, even get a new haircut. Some of y'all are rocking the same, you know, long sideburns, no fade. Go get a fade. Go do something fresh, man. Like
Right. Reinvent yourself.
reinvent
Upgrade yourself.
yourself. When she comes back, she shouldn't even notice you. Like, damn, you were soft and insecure. Now you're all confident. Like, yeah, I was watching Defund
You
Simp.
know the thing though, when God, this is how you know guys who truly take the advice or not. Because if you truly take the time to upgrade yourself and you elevate, 9 times out of 10, when she come back to you, she's still gonna be on the same level. If you still attracted to her after you elevated, that don't even make sense. This is how you know guys don't even take the advice. Because you look up and they back with their ex and shit. And I've had consultations, I just literally cussed a guy out. Because I had a consultation with him 6 months ago, and I told him exactly what we're saying. She fucking somebody else. Dude, go work on yourself. I sat there. It was for an hour. I sat there talking to him for 2.5 hours, an hour and a half extra, because I'm into this like this, right?
Okay, okay.
An hour and a half extra, and to like helping him find out the things that he likes. And he gets back with the chick, and she do him dirty again. So we book another consultation with me. I flip on him. I'm like, the only reason I'm charged, this is why I charge, because I know you're not, I'm just gonna waste my fucking time, right? And it's like you don't even listen. Had you done the things that I said that you to do, she wouldn't even be attracted to you. I mean, you wouldn't even be attracted to her. You elevate and she don't elevate with you, and you in a different mindset. You're gonna be looking back at her like, ew, right?
Facts,
So work on yourself. You're not even gonna want her back. You're gonna feel like I'm too good to let a bitch do me like this. You understand?
facts, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this. There's a girl she's there's 3 or 4 girls, can't remember how many, 3 or 4 girls that did me dirty over and over again. And this girl is one of them. Basically, she rode the CC or the cock carousel, right? And then when it was when I wanted to wife her, so I was trying to pull her off it, and she wouldn't get off it. So eventually, I was like, okay, I'm done. I know my worth. I'm not gonna chase this girl down. So when she finally chose me, finally decided to give me a chance, I looked her dead in her face, like, you know what? I'm not into you like that no more. I just want to hit too. And her face just went like cold, because she's used to this soft simp guy. The second I put my foot down, she wasn't a fan. Like I should, like her face was like, whoa, like you changed. Like, yeah, like I don't see you as this girl I want to, walk on the beach with and hold hands and cupcake and watch, eat ice cream on the couch. Like, nah, I'm about that. I'm gonna hook up now. And if you ain't about, I'm not trying to be your man anymore. And her face was just like, what? She was dumbfounded. So it's like, you're right. I wasn't even attracted to her after I self-improved, because I was just, you know what? If I wasn't your first choice, you're not going to come back around and pick me up on the fifth or sixth option. You know what I'm saying?
Right. When you upgrade yourself, man, when you upgrade yourself, you start to love and care for yourself. You start to realize, like, why am I letting somebody treat me like this?
Facts.
So this is why I advocate guys to do this. Because at the end of the day, if you do this, you're not going to even want her back, bro.
I agree, man, 100%. I feel like, a lot of guys, that's where I'm pushing for the most on this page. I'm pushing for guys to go, look, I'm a king. This is the treatment I accept. Anything that's not this list, I won't accept it. Because thing is, guys struggle with women because they deal with women that don't like them.
Right,
Seriously, that's the issue. When you deal with man, listen, when you find a girl who has high interest, it's easy. It's easy. I'm on these
right.
dates having a good old time, not caring about what I say, like, because these girls have high interest. A lot of times, man, if you have to ask a girl out 4 different times, and the fifth time she
It
says
ain't it.
yes, it ain't worth it.
It's not. It ain't it. She using you at that point.
True. It's like, you know what? I'm bored tonight. My plan A fell through. Fine. I'll go out with him just so I have to be at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like guys, that's where guys struggle with women. They struggle with women because they deal with women that do not like them.
That don't like them. Yeah.
And I
Right.
feel like,
There's this thing to where they believe that the shit is supposed to be a challenge, and it's fucking
yes. Nope.
yeah. It's not supposed to be like that.
I agree. And that's how I used to be, man. Like I thought it was fun to raise a girl's interest. I meet a girl at a bar who's a dime. Oh, I'm busy this week. Oh, I'm busy that week. Oh, I'm busy. And I just keep on week after week. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. And I get him on the
Right.
date. And the vibe was like two coworkers. Like it didn't feel like there was intimacy there. I didn't feel like there was a connection there. I feel like I
Right.
was
Right. Right.
dragging her on this date because I've been consistent for so long. She's like, dude, this guy's just relentless. Sure. You know?
Right.
And I feel
Let me go get a. Let me go get me a meal about this sucker.
true. That's what I'm saying, man. Deal with girls with high interest, man. So one thing I think we touched on it, but we can actually dive into it. What are some common misconceptions that people have about your content that's negative, like a common negative misconception about you, your brand, or whatever?
It's not even a misconceptions. It's that because people are this is the thing, man. People are human beings and they smart enough to know what my shit is about. It's the fact that it may seem like a misconception because they may have a problem. They use words like misogyny, you're a player, right? And I purposely put that as my profile picture on TikTok just to weed out idiots, right? Because I have a lot of better thumbnails and shit, but I put that. Now my whole brand is to how to be a player thing, right? So, but when it comes to misconceptions, especially women know exactly what I'm talking about.
They know.
But like I said earlier, just like with the video, I represent the fact that you gotta now stop manipulating people. You can't manipulate your boyfriend if you listen to me. You actually have to provide value. So there's no misconception there, right? They know exactly what the fuck I'm saying. You can't get a misconception if I say, hey, if you're not on the same page with a girl and you're at her house and you want to sleep with her, but she don't want to sleep with you, she obviously don't like you. Kick her out to make her go home and
They
call
they they
somebody.
they that caused they go up in flames when they hear that.
Yeah, they went haywire, but fuck them. There's no misconception. You heard exactly what I said. You can try to put extra words in
Yeah,
my mouth.
yeah,
You
they
heard
try.
exactly what I said. And I worded it like that for a reason. If a girl is at your house and you want to do it and she doesn't, and you guys are not on the same page, get rid of her. There's no misconception. They just think you owe them your time. And they want to argue that. And they want to put all this other shit. You're misogynistic, that's borderline, manipulative. Okay, fine. But bitch, you heard exactly what I said. It's right here. You look like the fool because the people that's watching it with sense and that's going to be fair, they heard me say what I said. So there's no misconception. Now, as far as that's with women, when you have guys, there's a misconception sometimes because they think when I say player that I mean mistreat women, uh,
Yeah,
mistreat women, be a womanizer, none of that shit. That's not what a player is. That's never what a player was. A player is a person who's good at what they're doing, right?
mhm,
And the guys in the streets coined the term player a long time ago. It's basically what they would call like today, like the younger cats say, like a real nigga and shit. That's what they would call guys in the streets back. Oh, that dude's a player, right? It just so happens when you're talking about the dating game, the player is the guy who's good with women, whether he has one woman or 10 women. And to be good with women, you have to carry yourself a certain way. It's not about manipulating anybody. I don't have any videos about manipulating anybody. I have one and I did it as a joke because people were calling me manipulative. So I said, okay, this is what manipulative is because I know how to be manipulative, but this is what it is. So I have one, and
I still have
it's
one too.
clearly a joke, huh?
I have one too.
Yeah, it's clearly a joke because everybody was like, "Oh, you're manipulative. You manipulative." Okay, since y'all want to say I'm manipulative, then this is manipulative right here. So, but so I get that because guys who don't know who were raised by women, and they let women train them to believe what things mean. So they may be like, "Well, I don't want to be a guy that has a bunch of women and shit like that," which is
Okay.
understandable.
Fair.
That's not what that's about, right? So I get that misconception with men, but women know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about because they like guys like they
True.
like players and shit. They know exactly what it means. Women are the ones who put shit on that word they deliberately put shit on that word to make it mean something derogatory. But it was never meant to be derogatory. That word is based to describe a guy who was good with dealing with women, whether he had one woman or 10 women. And to be good with dealing with women is about how you carry yourself. A guy based on how you plan shit and how you carry yourself. Because you can be a guy who get a lot of women, but he pays for sex. That don't mean you're a player,
True.
right?
Facts, man. And one
You could
misconception.
be a guy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. One thing misconception about me, and I'll talk about the video that went viral. Is I say clearly there are women who go on multiple dates. So multiple is now more than two, right? So
Right.
I said there are women who go on multiple dates with guys. They don't like him. They just want free food, and they don't even want to sleep with him. How women took that, oh, we owe you something because we went to dinner. I said no, but if this is our third and fourth date and you don't like me, you just want a free steak, and you don't see me romantically, why are we even here? Why are you here? Like, why are you on a third or fourth date with somebody and you don't even like them? That's manipulation. And that's how, and they took that and try to reword it. Every single black conscious person tried to come for me, but all they did was give me more fucking freaking followers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
They all tried to say, oh, this
But
Messiah.
there wasn't a misconception. They heard exactly what you said. The thing is, oh shit, if they hear this, I ain't gonna be able to get free food. I gotta buy my own food. I can't have guys in my phone named food because they have guys in their phone named food. They have guys who they know uh, they use him for food. I got this guy for food. I got this guy for sex. Because let's be real, most guys are not balanced, right? So you guys are guys who super trick. You got guys who super, we don't have a balance. Most of us weren't raised balanced and whole. So this puts women in a spot, and men too. This puts us in a spot where we have to date multiple people to get what we fucking need, right? So, but they know this already. Like I said, it's just shaming. They trying to shame you because now you represent the fact that they can't they can't have a food god no more, right? But that's exactly essentially what you're doing. If you with, like you said, if you with somebody and you on 5 fucking dates and you don't like him, you know he's interested in you romantically, but now, you know, you don't like him, you're using the man, you're manipulating. You heard me, bitch. There's no misconception. You just mad that I pulled your fucking card. That's what I say. People be like, oh, the misconception. There ain't no misconception. Bitch, you heard me. You know what I'm saying? They heard you, homie. They heard you loud and clear. They heard you.
They heard me loud and clear, man. They really did. And whew, that day was crazy, man. I've
They
never,
know this thing is, they know you're not a misogynist. They know you're not misogynist. They know that. They know you're not misogynist. They know it.
true facts.
They know
And
it. You see, a lot of guys, they believe, like a lot of guys, a lot of younger guys who follow me, they talk about this certain stuff in their spaces or they may have channels and stuff. And they buy into the fact that women call them that. Like they think that women really believe this about them. They know you're not misogynist, dude. If you was misogynist, they would block you, bro. They would block you and never look at you again. They wouldn't keep coming back to try to quote unquote change you into not be guys who are truly who truly hate women or they feel like they truly hate women, They cancel them for real,
And
and
they're
they do it with
incels, and they're on, and then also another point to add too, bro, is like, to me, honestly, the only people who hate women are incels because they have their forums where they legit preach violence against women.
And guess what? Women have canceled them motherfuckers. They don't even acknowledge them. Women know that they exist, but they don't even acknowledge them because they know they truly hate women. So they stay far away from it. You just represent the fact that they now have to work. So in order, if they don't want to work, they have to fight
True.
you. And they can't fight you physically.
Oh,
So
for sure.
they use propaganda and they use shaming tactics and shit like that. That's all it is. But there's no misconception. They heard you loud and fucking clear. They know you not a misogynist. They know that you don't hate women. They know it.
They know,
They
man.
know it.
And the biggest thing, I told this one chick, her name was Kelly. She was on my previous podcast. When I took the red pill, my life got better. I put
Right.
myself first. My relationships with women got way better because my biggest thing is I had this checklist in my mind. If I do the dates, the compliments, the gift giving, the reassurance, the time, the texting. In return, I should get monogamy. I should get a relationship because that's what they talk about in their movies, their books, their
Right.
songs. That's what I should get. But when I didn't get it, I was swinging at the air like, what the hell? Like, I'm doing what y'all asked me to do. What else do you want from me? But then
Right.
I realized that women don't owe you anything. And also number two, and now as a man, I'm no longer attached to an end result. When I was before, I was very attached to the end result. Now,
Right.
if I go on a date with a chick and I never see her again because she don't want to see me, who gives a
Who
hell?
cares?
Who
Right.
cares? So I'm like, that's why I know when guys, hey man, listen to your advice, but there's this girl on one date, she didn't call me back. What happened? Like, bro, if you listen to the advice, you wouldn't be here right now. She's
I
tripping.
just told a dude. I just told a dude that he's like, man, I follow all your rules, but there's this one chick
Chick,
that I was with, and then she left me for a while, and then she came back. What do I do? I literally before I got on the call with you, and I was like, if you followed all my rules, what do I say about that? Oh yeah, you said to if a chick walk away from you and fuck with somebody else, don't bother, just don't bother them no more. But I got feelings for this girl though. I didn't
yeah,
even respond, bro, because I'm gonna waste my time responding to
true.
you. You heard exactly what I said, bro.
Got
So
you. So to end this podcast, brother, like what's, say someone's 16, 17, new to the whole dating game, has been fed, the typical lies. What's a couple things you give this young man to help him out to make sure he's not here getting, his heart ripped out his chest?
focus on your strength. Focus on your strength. When you that young, you think about, um, and I try to give it like a side thing to context of what I'm saying. When you're that young, you tend to focus on what other guys are doing. Like, oh, he get all the girls because X, Y, Z, right? Focus on your strength. Like I said, when I was in high school and shit, I wasn't the athletic kid. Now I'm not never been a pushover. I've never been like a soft kind of guy, but I wasn't like built athletic and shit. No jock. I wasn't the jock type. I was skinny, skinny as shit, right? Um, but I knew that women, girls like guys who could think and shit like that. So I focused on that. I didn't let that stop me. Like, oh, I don't got a six pack, so I can't get girls. I knew girls like guys to charm in and shit like that. So I focused on that. I didn't try to run to the gym to be what the dude who was playing football was. I didn't try to go sell drugs to be what the street guy and the street guys in school was doing. I ended up getting into that later, but that wasn't the reason. I focused on what I was doing. My mom actually raised me to be like that. Focus on your strengths, right? So I just applied that. I know that women like me because, you know, they like me because I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I can dress a little bit, I'm not soft, shit like that. I stand up for myself. So I just focused on that. So if you're a young kid, focus on your strength. We're not created equal, but we're created in a way that things are balanced, right? And you look at it like this, like Allen Iverson is not as tall as Shaq, right? But if I ask you who would win in a basketball game, the answer is it depends on how they play the game, right? I said that to say focus on your strength. You're created in a way that you may not have muscles or quote unquote the genetics.
And if you don't have that, there's a good chance that you're intelligent and charming. And women like that as well. Women are turned on by that as well. You may not be intelligent and charming. You may have a six pack or you may have broad shoulders. Women are turned on by that as well. You play to that. Play to your strengths and don't worry about your weaknesses. That's number one. Number two, stay in fucking school and make something of your life. Because when you look back at it, don't put all of your energy. Because when you look back at it, them hoes that you like and that you want, and it's fine as shit. When you get 30, them gonna be fat and have a whole bunch of kids, and you ain't gonna even look at them the same, right? Don't. I seen a lot of guys throw themselves away by chasing them type of hoes. See what I'm saying? And then when they get 30, all of them washed up. The jock was washed up. The jock that was in school, he washed up, fat. He ain't got shit because you been putting them hoes first. And the bitch got a million kids. Focus on yourself. Date. Don't try to get no girlfriend. Focus on building your life. So that's the main piece of advice. Focus on your strengths and focus on yourself. You don't need no fucking girlfriend.
Got you, man. I like that, man. That's real shit. For me, for dating, when you're just starting up, is that understand that you're not going to get your best options. So that girl who's the finest girl in the whole school, you may not get her right now. You just may not. She's
Right.
interested in guys older than her. She's interested in guys that who have this bad boy persona. Because I feel like a lot of times women will neglect the nice guy. They know that's the best for them in their younger days, and then they'll fall back to the nice guy when they're in their 30s or 40s. So understand
Right.
that you may not have her now, but if you self improve, you work on yourself, you have a much better chance with women in the future. Another thing is too is just I think it comes down to putting yourself first. So basically think of things you won't accept, and when those things arrive, you better be a man about it. Every guy says, "Oh, like, no girl can disrespect me, no girl can cheat on me." Okay, and when that happens, they fold. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have your line in the sand as far as what you're willing to accept, and when you don't get it, you're willing to cut them off and not be in scarcity and go, "Oh, I can't find another one like this," or "She's so pretty, I can't," or "Let me just, since she is pretty, let me just be reasonable. No, you'll catch the whole flu. You know what I'm saying? And it started
Right.
being
Right.
easy. So those are my two things, brother. But that's it, man. I appreciate you coming on. I feel like this
Can
this.
I say one more thing about
Oh, of
that?
course, man. Of course. What's
One
up,
more
brother?
thing. Sorry about that.
No problem.
To the young kids, shoot your fucking shot. Focus on your strength and shoot your fucking shot. The deciding factor, what I realized, and I realized this when I was young, because I was more like my dad and shit taught me like you get in the game, like basically like let them hoes come to you, like you the fucking, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of took on that. I was hitting chicks and shit like that, but my best friend was hitting way more, and I don't think he was as attractive to me as me, and he was
Sure.
shorter than me,
Oh wow.
right? But he was hitting them more than me. I was getting my fair share too,
Yeah.
but he was knocking them fucking down. But then I started to realize, like, what the fuck is he doing? He ain't got no game like me or nothing. What he was doing was he was putting himself out there and he was shooting his shot. It's the only
True.
thing that he
Numbers
was doing.
game.
And I was more so focused on the chicks who showed me interest.
True. Yeah.
And I learned this in high school. If I want to get that count up, I got to go out there and get them.
Shoot.
So,
Shoot. Yeah.
so when you see the guy in your school or your college or whatever, and you see, damn, how is he getting so many girls? It's because he's going to fucking talk to them. It's that simple.
Facts. It's I heard it's like a numbers game. Like you may approach 10 women, get 6 or 7 numbers. When you text those 6 or 7 numbers, 4 respond, and then you link up with one of them.
Right. It's like
So
that, bro. It's like that. It's all type of shit, you know? It's like that. It's just numbers. Just go talk to them. If you see somebody you like, don't be scared. Even if you think that, even if you think like, oh, she's only because you see her boyfriend may be the guy on the basketball team. She may don't like the fact that he's dumb as a brick,
true.
right? But you may be intelligent and you can scoop her up. Like I had fine chicks when I was young. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, how he got her? Like I
Facts.
just know how to play to my strengths, and I ain't scared to go talk to this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
don't use your even if you're a nerdy kid or whatever, use that to your advantage.
Facts. I mean, I appreciate you coming on, bro. This gonna be a
For
good
sure,
episode. The people, the streets need this one. So I'm glad that we're collaborating. I'm definitely gotta collaborate again soon, my brother.
for sure, for sure.
You have a good day.
Appreciate you for having me,
Of
bro.
course, my brother, bro. Have a good day.
All right, man.
Bye.